They will be taking on Netherlands on Friday when Qatar will face Senegal, a Senegal side who won't have Sadio Mane among their ranks because he's now been ruled out of the World Cup. You've no doubt seen that MRI scan on Thursday showing that he needed surgery, so he's had to return home. The player who delivered the AFCON title and World Cup qualification with his winning penalties, both in shootouts with Egypt, of course. They're going to be taking on Netherlands on Monday. Matt, you've got a theory about who might be stepping up into Sadio's shoes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but it would be a brilliant story, I think. Iliman Ndiaye, who has only made 2 substitute appearances for Senegal so far, but he has been absolutely outstanding in the Championship this season. He plays for Sheffield United. It's a really interesting story. Born in France, his dad's Senegalese, moved back to Senegal for a while, moved over to England. He played for Boreham Wood. Recently, as 2020, he was on loan at Hyde United. He was actually spotted by Sheffield United in a match at St George's Park, which was a trial for VAR for officials to get used to how to use it. And there were some scouts there, and they watched him, really liked him. He's managed to get into the Senegal squad, but he is a striker in absolutely fantastic form. And he's been, I would say, probably the best player in the Championship this season. It's a big ask to go from 2 sub-appearances to replacing Sadio Mane, but there's a story there that would be terrific if he came in and showed the form that he's been showing at Bramall Lane in Qatar this season.
Absolutely.
And that's the sort of story you want from a World Cup. And I imagine he might be keen to face Al Sheeb in the Qatar goal because, have some shots.
Indeed. Well, he's got the Netherlands before that. Are we looking forward to seeing the Netherlands?
Yeah, they are, I'd call them a pale horse. I think there's 4 categories at World Cups. There's, big favourites, pale horse, dark horse, and then just not very good.
Pony.
Dead horse.
Then pony, probably.
Pony, yeah. And the Netherlands are too successful to be a dark horse, I think. But
how successful are the Netherlands going to be? They're in amazing form, though. They had a wonderful Nations League campaign, undefeated since Van Gaal returned. He says this squad is better than the one he took to the semi-finals in 2014. What do you think?
I think that one of very few feel-good stories that could come from this World Cup would be, a seriously ill Louis van Gaal leading the Dutch to glory in this tournament. I think that is one of the things that could really make this a memorable World Cup. And I mean, the options they've got in defence, for one thing, are just ludicrous, aren't they? The players who might not play for them, like De Ligt, might not get in the starting lineup. So you'd think that they'd have a decent chance. I mean, this is the biggest game of the group for them, isn't it? With my Chelsea head on, I'm interested to see if we get the Senegal versions of Edouard Mendy and Kalidou Koulibaly or the Chelsea versions. That might be a big factor in this game in particular. But you'd imagine these are 1 and 2 in Group A, aren't they? So this is a really crucial game as to who wins and theoretically, therefore, might get the better draw in the last 16. But I make Holland up amongst the favourites.
All right, this game taking place 4:00 on Monday afternoon, Duncan.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Netherlands are experts at getting out of groups. Well, they haven't lost a group game since 1994. So, I mean, often they do miss out on World Cups, but once they get there, they are pretty smooth. Right. And with Depay being out injured,
right?
Please, Wout Weghorst up front. That's what the world needs.
All right. So yes, Depay unlikely to feature in this game. Sadio Mane out for Senegal, and the other big news coming on Saturday, big names that won't be able to take part in the tournament, is of course Karim Benzema. So we'll have the top 2 from the Ballon d'Or both out. Massive shock there.